If you're tired of boring earbuds, the Nothing Ear 3s are certainly a fun design in a sea of repetitive headphones. They also have larger drivers for improved sound. However, the real party trick is the new ingenious Supermic in the upgraded case that provides clear conversations, recordings, and voice notes. Nothing really made something here.
Now, the Nothing Ear 3s are the first product that I've had from the Nothing company, and I've been pretty impressed overall with things like the build quality, the overall design, the app implementation. Obviously, something like this is very nostalgic with the clear 90s, early 2000s inspiration of the look. But starting off with the Supermic, it does have a dual microphone system. Obviously, having something closer to your mouth like this is better. So in a minute, we'll get into a test on the Supermic system. I'm surprised that no one had implemented this before because it is a very neat party trick. So if you hold it, it will be green, and then once you let off, it will go away. But if you actually double tap it, it will stay on an always on mode so that you don't need to be holding the button. You can just have it here and be talking. There's also a mode in the app called walkie-talkie mode, which I actually think is pretty neat for this because let's say you're on a Zoom call, for example, you can be on mute and then you can enable the walkie-talkie mode so that the mics here are disabled and the mics here are disabled, and it only turns on when you press the talk button. Just like a walkie-talkie, it's right there. None of the microphones are going to be interfering with that call until you press this one. And so I think that's actually a very useful part of this. They say there's ambient filtering technology as well in the Supermic. So we'll see that in the comparison I'm going to do between this and the actual Supermic.
By the way, I'm recording this on the Nothing Ear 3s right here. Alrighty, so now you can see I'm recording on the Nothing Ear 3 internal mics here. And this is how it just sounds regularly. Now I'm going to switch to the Supermic. You can hear a little bit of my voice. I'll try moving it around a little bit and then seeing here if I get any plosives, which are the kind of P sounds that you get when you talk directly into a mic. But here there should be none. So you see the difference in the audio quality as well. And now I'm simulating some coffee shop sounds over here at 50%, which are coming through the Bang & Olufsen speakers on this HP All-in-One. And so this is just with the regular headphones. And now we will test again on the Supermic to see how much background noise it's killing out. So back to the video now.
Now, I believe if you have a Nothing phone or their cheaper line of phones, they have the Essential space where you can basically take notes, record that, and then it can transcribe it. Now, originally I thought that was the only way you could do it, but it turns out with the Supermic, the voice notes app on my Samsung phone, I tried another iPhone, you can basically dictate stuff into the app and it'll listen through here. Or if you tap the Supermic, it will auto convert to that in the voice notes app, and then you can transcribe that either with the Galaxy AI or the auto transcription in the iPhone app. So if you're bummed that that's a feature you might not have because you don't have a Nothing phone, that is something that you can do if you just want to have this as little meeting notes where you can just take voice notes and then transcribe them for later. But it should work with Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, and WhatsApp as well. The app compatibility basically depends on whether the app allows you to change the audio input source, and then you can use the Supermic. So it basically just needs manual audio input control for that. Now, they use a multi-channel AI environmental noise cancellation system. They claim it's been trained on over 20 million hours of real-world audio to isolate your voice and suppress wind as well. But generally, I found the call quality to be pretty good. I've had feedback from multiple people I've talked to, and I did switch between the headphones and the Supermic system just so they could give me some feedback as well, with most of them thinking that the Supermic did sound better than the actual headphone microphones. Now, the case is 100% recycled aluminum, and they use 27 precision processes to create the nano injection molding that fuses the metal and the plastic together here. So there's really not any need for glue in here. Like I said, I haven't had any Nothing products before, but I believe those were made out of plastic, whereas this one fuses metal and plastic to a more seamless, compact unibody design there. Now, in the box, you do get 3 extra size tips. I found generally that the one that it comes with was pretty good for my fitment, and they are very comfortable in the ear, but everyone's ear shape is very different, so it's nice that they include more options than most other companies. Most include 2 other sizes. This one includes 3. I do also plan on getting some foam tips, which are better for passive noise isolation because they do provide a better seal. So when I find a pair of those, I'll link it below. But generally, like I said, out of the box, I do find it very good. And the real-time adaptive noise cancellation Supposedly, they claim it does 45 decibels of noise attenuation, but I did see a Sound Guys video where they found it was doing about 35 decibels. Either way, I've had no qualms about the noise cancellation. I was on a flight a couple days ago coming here, and it was very good on the airplane in general. And they say it adjusts every 600 milliseconds, and then it monitors your fit-related leakage every 1,875 milliseconds. So overall, I've been pleased with the noise cancellation. It kind of makes like a thumping sound. It almost feels like it's like shutting out the sound. It's kind of neat. And so now for the most important thing that you're probably wondering about is how is the sound quality of the Nothing Ear 3s. And generally, I have to say, I've tested a lot of earphones and I've been very pleased with these. They have an upgraded 12 millimeter dynamic driver with a patterned diaphragm inside, and that results in a 20% larger radiating area. Out of the box, I did find the treble and bass to be a little high for my liking, but with the custom EQs in the app, it's really easy to tweak all that. But I think out of the box, most listeners will have a good experience with these. And those who want to tweak it have that ability in the app. So the attack is very precise, and I did also find that there was a lot of spatial separation in certain songs that I listened to. And then also generally when you are listening to these, if you listen at very high volumes, there is little to no distortion on them at all. And I'll just walk you a little bit through some of the cool things in the app. Like the dual connect is nice. It's not true Bluetooth multi-point connection, but at least it does give you the option to connect to different devices at the same time. Out of the box, it does not have volume control, but a double tap with a hold at the end. Now I have set to volume up on this side and volume down on this side, which I find really handy. Instead of having to pull your phone out all the time and change the volume, I can do that right on the headset now. So that's something I'd recommend. If you're watching this and you just got a pair, then do that right out of the box. I hate not having volume control on headphones, and it's nice that you can do that and not get rid of other functions. The Bluetooth connection is pretty good. It's 5.4, and I've never had any dropouts in the past couple months that I've been using it. There is also a low latency mode you can use that gets it down to about 120 milliseconds. And then the battery life is good. I've gotten about a little over 5 hours with noise cancellation. If you turn it off, you will get significantly more. But it's nice because 10 minutes of charge can get you 10 hours of listening on this. So I've never really had issues with that. And on my Galaxy phone, I can do reverse wireless charging. So I can charge it right there and top it up pretty quickly. When I travel, I also keep a USB-C to C charging cable. So it's really easy to do that from my phone to that or on my laptop and connect that quickly. So I'll link this below too if you're interested in that. For general pricing of the Ear 3s, they're so new that they're not going on sale right now. They're at $179. I do imagine that maybe later this holiday season or at some point next year, we'll start to see them drop a little bit on sales. But for right now, they are $179. And if you're finding this review helpful, purchasing with the links below is the best way to support the channel at no additional cost to you. If you want to see my review of the latest Galaxy Buds 3 Pros, you can see that here. Or my favorite over-the-ear headphones, the Quiet Comforts from Bose, you can check that out here too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.